What's going on, guys? You know what I'm saying? I had to come back and do another video because it just ran through my mind. I didn't touch on the offensive line, so figure I'd dedicate this video to them. Shout out to my boy Ray Ray, aka the oline guru. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who he is, go check him out. Like I said, when it comes down to O lineman, the dude is he knows his shit. Like that's why I call him the offensive. Not to say offensive. That's why I call him the O line guru. Now let's get into it. Starting with Julian Davenport. Davenport. I'm being fair. I'm not about to sit here and be the typical Texans homer and just be like, yeah, yeah, he did great. Yeah, he did excellent. He did good, and let's call it for what it is. He had a few hiccups, a few plays where he wish he had back, but overall, you're starting to see what Bill O'Brien saw in him. That wingspan of his as a tackle is hard. It's gonna be hard running around this dude. I mean, you're gonna have to have a plethora of pass rush moves to get around him, and you're gonna have to use them all. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to bull rush him, it's not gonna work. 6'7", 320 pounds. Good luck bull rushing that guy. Like I said, man, you just gonna have to come with the pass rush moves for Julian Davenport, man. Left guard, Clemente, he was okay. I mean, he he opened up a few holes. That I saw Lamar run through, and I like what I saw with him. Him being a bigger guy. I like that combination of him and Davenport. Nick Martin. Ooh, this gonna piss some people off. Nick Martin uh, he was alright. Let's just call him for what it is. He was alright. And the reason why I say he was alright because his pass protection was solid. I will give him that. But run blocking, man, and I know these two kind of players aren't the same, but when I watch him play against bigger defensive tackles, I see the same thing that I used to see in Chris Myers. And granted, it was on a zone play. This is probably why it looked like this, but that the power that everybody was raving about, I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Again, it was probably due to the play design and how it was drawn up. But just looking at it for what it is, everybody wanted to compare, Nick Martin to Zach Martin. And I'm just like, okay, their last name is similar, but I mean, like I said, worst case scenario with him, I don't want to see this guy start to look promising like Xavier Suafilo did, and then just suddenly turn to trash. You know what I'm saying? So core strength is what I'm looking for as far as improvement with Nick Martin because again, you can't just let defensive tackles just lay on you and ride you one way. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? You just can't let that happen. You know what I mean? As a defensive tackle, these guys aren't. This isn't 30 years ago where they just gonna sit there and try to occupy space. Yes, that's one of their jobs, but these defensive linemen nowadays are bigger, stronger, and faster, and they're taught to if you can beat your guy, go beat him, whip his ass, and get to where you need to be. And if we plan on running the ball more effectively, it starts with him. It definitely starts with him. So again, core strength is something that I want to see improvements on with Nick Martin. Zach Fulton. he did better than what I was expecting. So, I can't really knock him, can't really judge him, can't really praise him too much. You know what I'm saying? He basically went out there and did his job for today. So as far as assessments go on his play, I would have to wait till next week. Chantrell Henderson. Chantrell Henderson, he played average. I liked him. Gave up a player or two, but I mean it's to be expected for the first preseason game. You know, if he's gonna be a starter, I hope to see him improve his fundamentals. I expect him to, you know, as far as pass blocking, I want to see his technique get more refined because when the live bullets start flying come week one, the plays that he was giving up, if it doesn't result in a sack, it's probably going to result in a holding call. And as a Texans fan, we've seen this time and time again where the offense, we had the perfect play call versus the right blitz or the right coverage, and a simple fucking holding call wipes it away. We can't have that shit. We can't have that shit. Now I know I said I was going to talk mostly about the offensive. I know that this video was primarily dedicated to the offensive line, but I want to give Bill O'Brien another shout out mention because, and I can't believe I didn't cover this in my last video, but I truly believe Bill O'Brien is thinking more. And what I mean by thinking more is he's looking at what he has talent wise and he's saying, okay, schematically I can draw these plays up and this is what it looks like if it runs to perfection. But if we get this kind of matchup versus this kind of guy, we can draw this up and possibly and I'm not saying we build our offense around this or bank on this every play, but in the game of football, penalties happen. So whether they happen against us and they happen in our favor, you know what I'm saying? If you look at some of the play calls that Bill O'Brien was calling, those penalties were going in our favor mostly because the defender he basically had no choice but to either get a holding call or get a pass interference call. And if you go back, like I said, I've been saying this for years now. It's not cheating to utilize penalties if it means moving the ball forward. The closer, if I wouldn't give a damn if we got if we had a 10-play drive that ended up in a touchdown. If 5 of those plays were penalty yards, I'm not gonna give a damn. And guess what? A lot of you fans, y'all wouldn't be upset about it either. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you were in a discussion, if you would have a discussion with whoever we end up beating, of course that's gonna be they little bullshit ass argument talking about, oh well, you guys only won because of these penalty yards. I mean, well, that's when you, as a Texas fan, get to finally tell them shut the fuck up because we've been dealing with that shit for too long, and now that you on the other end of the sword, it don't feel too good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely want to give Bill O'Brien a shout out as far as that goes. Um, keep improving as this man Deshaun the King Watson always says. It's all about getting 1% better. You know what I'm saying? And that's crucial going forward. You know what I'm saying? If you guys like what you saw today, you guys like what you heard, drop a like. Also drop a like on and a comment on my other video. And that's really all I have for you guys. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.